So, a while ago I talked about my life as a teenage robot. I talked about one of the few bad episodes of this show, and ever since I've wanted to talk about a good episode because I don't like leaving good shows with just bad reviews. So, over the course of about 3 days, I'd watched every single episode of the show to find the one I wanted to talk about the most. So, today, let's take a look at the TV movie Escape from Cluster Prime. So this episode begins with a speech about how the town was started, and in the middle of the speech, we cut back and forth to Jenny as she fights Vexus. Vexus launches a missile and Jenny destroys it, endangering the town with flaming debris. Jenny forgets to disarm the warhead, and as she tries, it explodes. Vexus retreats home, and we see Jenny acting cockier than normal. The town turns on Jenny, and we fade into the night where Jenny is sulking about why she was built. So I'm going to pause it here and say that this is the only thing that's off about the special. The town turns against Jenny, and that isn't the first time, but it feels off from the other times. I think it's because Jenny is acting differently. While she does toy with her enemy, she will always take a hit to push someone out of the way, even if she hates the person she's saving. So when she blows up the missile and the flaming debris almost lands on the townspeople she's trying to protect, the episode gets thrown off balance, and Jenny comes off cockier and less responsible. Okay, getting back to the episode, Jenny activates the cluster transporter that Vexus left and gets sucked in. We get to see her friends show up and Tuck breaks the transporter, not that it matters, it never comes back in the episode anyway. So Jenny falls into a junkyard and some rocks fall and break one of her pigtails, I guess. So now she can't fly properly and some robots grab her and throw her into a truck. They take her to school where Jenny is put into a class. She already starts looking for a way out, and after class she starts sneaking around where she runs into Vega. Vega and her friends invite Jenny to hang out with them, and we get to see more of the world. The little things we get to see are interesting, and my favorite part has to be the modern art museum. We cut to Jenny and Vega overlooking the town, and they start talking about Jenny's old school and their mothers. Vega's mother calls, and Vega has to leave. Jenny asks why Vega doesn't fly home, and we don't get an answer. Back on Earth, we see the cluster invade. So the next morning on Cluster Prime, we see even more of the world as Jenny makes her way back to school. She meets up with her new friends and they go to history class where we learn that the cluster had chips that allowed them to transform, but they are taught that Jenny attacked and destroyed the chips. Back on Earth, Mrs. Wakeman concludes that Vexus has Jenny and she and Sheldon go off to save her. We see Vexus and learn that their machines are failing because people are learning how to deal with them. Back on Cluster Prime, we see Jenny sulking about how she's still an outcast, and a robot truck starts falling asleep and rolling towards her new friends. So Jenny dons a hero outfit and starts saving people. Back on Earth, we see humans forming an uprising against the robots, and they start fighting. They fail, of course, but they do put up a fight. We also see Nora and Sheldon start working on a plan to get on Vex's ship. So Jenny's going around living life helping others as a hero until the cops set her up and try to capture her. We see Brad try to escape the cell he was put into, and Tuck shows up. They escape by hiding in the jukebox and annoying the guard. Jenny gets revealed and escapes capture. We see Nora and Sheldon get their machines working, and Brad and Tuck revolt against robots. They start a revolution and take back the Earth as Jenny finds her way into Vex's palace where she finds the gold chips. Nora and Sheldon confront Vexus, and both sides learn that Jenny isn't on Earth. Vexus returns to Cluster Prime, and Nora and Sheldon follow. Jenny learns that Vega is Vex's child, and Vega sees the gold chips after the guards chase Jenny out. The guards go on a rampage chasing after Jenny, and she goes out of her way to protect the townspeople. Jenny continues to run and gets shot down where she runs into Vega and the others. They protect Jenny from the guards using the gold chips. Jenny starts to run out of power, and Vega takes her to a charging station. We see Sheldon and Nora follow Vexus through a vortex. Jenny and Vega fly up to a communication tower and tell Cluster Prime that Jenny didn't destroy the chips right before Vexus shows up and attacks Jenny. Back on Earth, we see the cluster leave the Earth after the town stands up to them, and they plan on destroying the Earth. And Brad and Tuck get sucked into a portal to Cluster Prime. On Cluster Prime, the world turns against Vexus, who tries to kill Jenny right before Nora shows up and saves Jenny. Vega returns the gold chips to the cluster, and Vexus flees the planet. Jenny is asked to stay on Cluster Prime, and her mother tells her she can choose to stay or leave.
No matter how much I want you to come home with us, it's something you must decide.
Brad and Tuck fall out of the sky, and they tell Jenny that their Earth is in danger. So Jenny goes back and saves the Earth.
Locked and loaded, sir. Aim. Sir! What? We're gonna be rammed! Yahoo!
care of Smitus.
It's J9.
It's over.
So that was Escape from Cluster Prime. It's a good episode, and it's animated slightly differently from the rest of the show. You can tell because the color palette is slightly duller than previous episodes. I mean, one episode before, Brad's hair was a brighter shade of red. So outside of the beginning of the episode being a little off, this episode was a lot of fun. It's nice to see all of Jenny's friends being useful at points in their own way, and while not an entirely necessary detail, having Nora dismiss the thought of using Jenny's sisters to help protect the Earth like she normally would is nice to see. Though, I do have to wonder why Sheldon didn't use the silver shell suit he made. Oh well, this episode gets a 7 out of 10. Hey guys, just a quick reminder, if you want to support this channel, the best way is to subscribe and like the video. Also, if you want to see me review something, leave your suggestions in the comments below. And if you want to see each episode early, I have a Patreon, and it's only $1 a month to get everything early. Thanks for watching.